My name is Jared Blankard and I'm the counselor at the Together We Can Awakenings treatment program. When I was confronted with step 2, after gaining what I considered to be enough acceptance around my addiction to proceed, I was confronted directly with my resentment towards organized religion and what I thought was God itself. I thought that I had to undergo some profound religious conversion experience to proceed on to step 3. And my resentments towards organized religion were based on or in some fairly significant abuse that I suffered during my education, and by some people who I was taught were meant to represent God on earth. Looking at step 2 from that perspective, there was no possible way I'd ever be able to move on to step 3 and then progress through each of the steps. An early mentor suggested that I treat step 2 like the beginning of a great spiritual adventure, that I could use my natural curiosity towards world religions and theology to create something of my own belief system. And with that advice, I did. And I began to explore all of the world's great religions and philosophies. I took what I considered to be the most useful elements from each and every one of these and created my own belief system. And the adventure from that point on has not stopped. I continue to build on it. I continue to experiment. I continue that wonderful intellectual and spiritual journey to this day. And that's something that I encourage our clients to do as well. Sometimes a client's resentment towards organized religion is so great that they stop at step 2, thinking that there's no possible way they'll be able to get past this. In that case, if they're not willing to embrace my conception of step 2, I suggest that step 2 is meant to be experienced after step 12. That if we look at it from the way that Bill Wilson generally communicated the solution, 1 is the problem, 2 is the solution. So as a means of bypassing conjecture, speculation, debate, I tell them to put step 2 at the end of step 12 and to get on with step 3. That inevitably, if they complete the steps to the best of their effort, they will experience, they will come to believe that a power greater than themselves can restore them to sanity. With that out of the way, we can get through the work, the meat of the steps, get into our step 4 inventory and so forth. These are just a couple of approaches that have worked for me, both as a recovering addict and as a counselor here at Awakenings. I truly hope that one day we can meet and collaborate together and begin this great spiritual adventure together.